Robotic competitions in TV are few and far between. It can be something destructive and exciting, like Robot Wars, BattleBots, Robotica, and even shows like King of Bots and This Is Fighting Robots. Or they can even be non-combat competitions like Techno games. They can also be whatever the hell this is. Yeah, I don't know either. And with how many there are, it's not too surprising that a lot of them will get lost to time. And because when you have your BattleBots and Robot Wars, you're gonna get 10 more shows that try to do what they did, but weren't successful. And one of those shows we're gonna be talking about, which is in the same vein as Techno games, and it's rather a show about building robots to do specific tasks, or to play a specific sport in a tournament setting. Today, we're taking a dive into Robot Rivals. Robot Rivals is a robotic competition that was on the DIY network, and lasted 2 seasons, both seasons lasting 13 episodes. The show was hosted by the late Chris Chianella, who would host other shows on the DIY network, like Walking on the Railroad, where he'd go over railways, their operations, along with showcasing nearby model railway places, and radio-controlled hobbies, which, come on, do I need to explain the plot of this one? Along with robot expert Brian Nave, who you may know as the team captain and roboteer behind Captain Shredderator in the reboot, and other various robots in the classic era BattleBots, as well as being the captain of Revolutionists and Robot Wars, and Shredderator Tiger Claw in King of Bots. Joining him was the late Buzz Dawson, who you may know as the roboteer behind the robot Mobius, who appeared in BattleBots. The show's premise was simple. Essentially, in a massive bracket of 14, every episode featured 2 teams from different colleges across America, who were tasked to design and build a robot that could do a specific task. For this case, in episode 1, playing football. And the winner would advance in the bracket to move on to the grand final to win the ultimate championship, giving you not only the trophy, but a $2,000 scholarship. In today's money, that would be roughly about $3,413. So it's real prestigious now, especially with the prices of things nowadays. And the show will go over the building and creative process of making the robots, showing the audience the hard work that goes into making, designing, and building these robots, along with simple technical segments, going over things like components that the robots are using, radio control, and soldering. And the show was reviewed well by the people that would watch the channel, with comments on the threads like,
"Has anyone been watching this show? It is great! It gives me a first fix every week! Excellent show! Now, if only I could figure out how they determine which schools to choose for the show. And hope that they produce a second season. Hopefully with WPI included this time. Robot Rivals kicked off its second season within the last 2 months. There are still reruns of both seasons on just about once a week. It's the best robotics show I've seen on TV in a few years. I thought the show was great. It really reflects what we really do. However, we have more time to build. Well, a lot of the designs these teams came up with were amazing.
and I myself personally love the show. Seeing the creative process of a bunch of teams working under a tight schedule, and what they come up with to solve various tasks was utterly fascinating, and just genuinely fun. So, with such a great show, what happened?
Yes, the bots are pre-built, but they're the designs of the teams. We did this because each episode was literally filmed in one day. Unfortunately, we found out early on that not every team that shows up is capable of building a robot on their own, much less do it in 5 hours. Therefore, to save costs, Brian and I will pre-build each robot just prior to their teams arriving. Some of you have noted, Robot Rivals is on a relatively unknown station, and therefore didn't get the widespread recognition it was capable of. It now seems the network has decided not to renew the show for another season. Well, it lasted. If any of you come down to the southeast regionals, you will probably see me and my bald head beside the microphone in the arena side.
That Buzz
Spin Master
Dawson.
Mugen.
While Robot Rivals was generally a great show, as Buzz said, it was in a relatively obscure network with a niche audience. As well as that, the show also had more nighttime time slots according to the DIY website. So the show never really took off because most people would already be watching more popular channels, sleeping, having dinner, or do anything other than watch the television around the hours it was on. So after 2 seasons, Robot Rivals got canned. And just like that, the show was gone and forgotten to time.
Two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Robot Rivals is a show about building robots that can do specific tasks in the matter of a couple hours. And it's genuinely an undiscovered gem, with a unique premise and excellent presentation. Robot Rivals is truly something unique. So it's such a pity that seems practically nobody has ever heard of this show. Nobody I know of anyway. So I hope this video has convinced you to watch the show, because genuinely, the show is pretty underrated. All links to my sources are in the description, along with an Internet Archive link to Season 1 and 2. And if you yourself have memories of watching Robot Rivals, or even being on Robot Rivals, write down a comment about your thoughts on it, or how it was like on filming. I'd seriously love to hear your thoughts on the show. Anyway, this is Tenny. Hope you have a good day. And good night. Hey everyone, so I guess this is the official outro of the video. This is just regarding things like content and whatnot. First and foremost, if you were an avid fan of Tennis Wars, and you may have recalled this screen at the end of the grand final. Well, there's gonna be a couple changes to that. Mostly the fact that you can wait for the specials after Series 2. Yeah, I know. But listen, when I made that screen, I kind of didn't realize how taxing it would be to get motivation to just actually edit 5 whole episodes, 5 whole side specials. So, and also Robot Wars didn't really do any side specials until after Series 2. So, yeah, we're gonna save the side specials for post Series 2. However, the Merit Awards will still be coming. Another thing, more Steam Power. There's actually gonna be a little bit more involvement with my other robotic hyperfixation, Steam Powered Giraffe. So, maybe through background music and songs like the one you're hearing right now, or just maybe content about them, who knows? And just Steam Powered Giraffe is gonna have a little bit more of a presence here. But then again, you can already tell I'm a Steam Powered Giraffe fan. Look at Tenny. Anyway, that's all. And I also actually initially recorded a small thank you message for when I hit 800 subscribers, because as I'm recording this part of the video, I'm currently standing at around 798 subscribers. Although since I've probably already like uploaded this video a couple hours later, it's or like a couple minutes later, it is still 798. It'll probably still be 798. So it felt kind of silly having a little thank you message, you know? Anyway, but, when I do hit 800 subscribers, I know for certain that I will redo my most popular videos so far. Listen, I know it's absolute dog shit, but come on. You gotta do something. Anyway, that's kind of it, really. If you have any suggestions for content, like games to play or anything like that, I do suggest joining my Discord and telling me so. And that's about roughly it. If you wanna... Actually, no, that is it. Goodbye.